me out. If we manifest our own reality and we accidentally manifest something negative, then it's an easy fix. All you have to do is focus on the positive and manifest more positivity to change your entire reality. Think of it like this. Think of it like a radio station. Every time you're tuning the radio station, you don't have to listen to one station. You are not set in stone with that radio station. So if you're changing the radio stations, you're tuning into a positive radio station with positive music, you're going to be focused on that, and you're going to get more of that within your reality. Hi, I'm Rachel Riley. Welcome to Lighthouse Tarot, where we embrace the light within ourselves and within others. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all your likes, shares, subscribes. It really helps me create more content, and YouTube likes the algorithm with the more likes and shares that I get. So today we're talking about Aquarius and Mercury part 4. The conversation I just had with you is an example of how an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury will communicate. Because, excuse me, we're talking about Aquarius Sun with the Aquarius Mercury, not just Aquarius Mercury. We're talking about the combination of both. So that conversation was an example of how an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury will talk to you. They will say, oh, okay, so imagine if this, they'll throw out a theory. They're like, look at this theory, and then they'll back it up with the evidence. They're like, oh, if you manifest something negatively, then you can just change it by focusing on the positive. And then all Aquarius, Mercury, Aquarius Sun, they really like metaphors. They really like to break things down, the ideas, into something physical that you can relate to. Like, okay, think of this like that. Think of, the law of attraction like a radio station, because it's easier for us humans to recognize that. Like, oh, I tune into the radio, so I can, put 2 and 2 together and then get this theory, because it's really important for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, for people to understand what they're talking about so they can actually debate with them. If they don't understand what they're even talking about, then they can't even talk to them, and it will really frustrate Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. So Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, they're going to do everything within their power to break it down in a way that you can understand, and a way that is accessible for everyone, because we're looking at the higher picture. We're looking at a broad perspective for all humanity. So you're going to break down your theories into ways that, okay, anyone can understand that. It doesn't matter how old they are, how young they are, their background, their diversity. We're going to break it down in regular old human terms. So that was the first point I have. On the Aquarius Mercury, I'm just going to talk about what I know as an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, some things I've noticed from observation, as well as physical characteristics and personalities that I really love, because I adore this placement. Like, I love it so much, because Aquarius Mercury's, first off, Aquarius in anyone's chart, I feel, is beautiful. If you're an Aquarius rising, if you're an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Neptune, Aquarius Mercury, you are really, really intelligent. Look up people that have your sign. Steve Jobs is an Aquarius Mercury, and he created the whole freaking iPhone, dude. There's so many people that are highly intelligent with this sign. And every sign is intelligent, but Aquarius Mercury is more intelligent when it comes to innovative and invention. So I really love that. But with the Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury combined, it's like double Aquarius. So the way you communicate is so fresh, it's so different. It can be, hard to keep up with if you're not an air sign yourself. But I think it's wonderful, lovely, bubbly energy, and you're never going to be bored listening to Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, like, ever. So here's some things that I wrote down on Aquarius Mercury, our last and final part of this 4-part series. I notice with Aquarius Suns, so you guys, we do this thing where we have shower thoughts. Like, every human has shower thoughts. There are memes about it. Everyone talks about, oh, when I'm in the shower, I have the best ideas. When I'm in the shower, I meditate. When I'm in the shower, I question my life. What's going on? Am I going to die? That type of thing. But Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we have these shower thoughts that are just so sporadic. So this is one that I wrote down that I had just this morning. Have I had my solar return yet? Have I had my solar Saturn return yet? What even is a Saturn return? Am I like at that age where I can have it? I really need to research that. And then I went from that thought I really wonder if I have my Saturn return yet. I need to research it to, wow, I really want to write a new chapter in my book. I was reading somewhere that, and I want to write it in a cafe because I was reading somewhere that when you change your environment as a writer, it brings a fresh perspective. It brings a fresh inspiration to you and can help you if you're feeling dull, if you're feeling not motivated, not inspired to write a chapter. So I feel like if I go write in a cafe, that's really going to help me write my book, and I want to go do that. And then you're going to think about, oh, well, I kind of want to learn about astrology today, but I should focus on this writing. But, you know, how can I combine these two things? And your thoughts will be like, you will have this in the matter of seconds as an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, because you're thinking about your Saturn return, and you will literally pivot to writing, and then pivot to some research you did on writing, and pivot to like, oh, how should I do this? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? So I feel like Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we do tend to be a bit clumsy if we're thinking too much and trying to multitask. Like, we've got to stop our thinking while we're like moving items, or just just have all that thinking while we're like sitting in the park alone or at our desk or in a safe space when we're not thinking about all that, so we won't drop things, because I drop things a lot when I'm like so Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you guys have a lot of thoughts that go here and there. I have noticed with Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, it's kind of like you want to get all your information out at one point. So not only do you want to share with someone, oh, I know the law of attraction, you want to tell them all the cool things that you've been learning about the law of attraction. Like, oh, like I learned that you can manifest through writing, and you could also manifest through visualization, and you could also, you know, speak into your water. And did you know that water has molecules, and these molecules will change based on just the words, that vibration you put in it. And there's a scientific experiment where a man did this, and you can look it up for yourself. You know, we like to say, look it up for yourself. We always have the evidence to back up our things, because Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we can be known to be very, we're a fixed sign. We're fixed on our beliefs. Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. Leo takes pride in their appearance. They're the lion. They are the king of the jungle. And Aquarius also takes pride, not so much in their looks, like they do like to look good and like express themselves through their dress, but they take pride in their ideas, in their research, in their theories. So when we're communicating something, we're going to make sure that what we're communicating is true, that we have researched it, and we have the evidence to back it up, because we don't like being called out where someone's like, well, how do you know that's true? And I'm not sure if I trust you on this. What are you even talking about? Because sometimes we will have that question. What are you even talking about? Because we're so in the future, and we're so innovative, and we look at things differently. We're not just looking at this book. We're trying to like do the book upside down, and we're also thinking of it like all the objects, all the molecules that surround it, and everything within it. So we think of things backwards and also futuristic. So we have to have the evidence to back it up so we can win our fight, because we're fixed. We're like, we want to win the debate most of all, but we do care about humanity. We want more so to be understood. We want people to understand all this great information. As an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you love information, and you understand that knowledge is powerful. That knowledge is one of the most powerful things in the world, because it can change your life. It can change the people around you. Just knowing a new point of knowledge can transform your entire life. Like the law of attraction, like astrology, through, you know, learning your self-worth, on learning who you are and discovering your purpose. You can go from someone who is in low negative energy and surrounded by drama and, you know, addiction, to being the best version of yourself. So why wouldn't we want to share this knowledge to the humanity? And I feel like Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, sometimes we get discouraged when people don't get it as fast as us, because we're not over here just learning the law of attraction. We're like, oh, I know the law of attraction, but we know all the different techniques. We know where it comes from. We find one thing that we like, and we obsess over it until we know all the ins and outs. So when we're trying to explain to people, sometimes I feel like we explain too much, and we're like, why don't you just get it? But then we're like, we're also wonderful humanitarians, so we'll slow down. We're like, okay, let's just share one seed, one point of knowledge, and if they get it, that's cool. If not, it's fine. I'm gonna, you know, just continue doing my thing and then share it in different ways, because we like to be teachers as an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. A physical characteristic I have found from Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury is when you guys talk, when you are speaking, you do make eye contact, but when you are talking about something you're really, really excited about, a theory, about some new piece of information, you will kind of look up to the right or the left, but usually the right, and you're gonna look like this. And it's not that you are trying to ignore the person in front of you, you are processing the information. Like I said in the earlier video, Aquarius, Sun, Mercury, I would make a t-shirt and just say Aquarius processing, and just a bar of me processing, because I feel like we're taking on, when someone tells us, okay, did you know the sky is not really blue? The sky is a rainbow, but when your eyes look at the sky, the UV lights change it and your eyes can't pick up that color, so it translates the rainbow and it comes through that ball of light, that, you know, that straight piece of light, and it changes and translate it to blue. So the sky is originally rainbow. Every time you're looking at the sky, you're looking at a rainbow, but your eyes can't pick up on all those colors at once, so it only picks up on the blue and changes it into the blue. So really you're looking at nothing is as it seems. And when Aquarius is listening to you talk about this, they don't know this information. You're telling them. First they're like, what? The sky's in blue? What the heck? I've been looking at the sky my entire day, like my entire life since I was a kid. What? Is this real? So they're freaking out. And then two, they're like, oh, a rainbow. Well, I could see that, because why are prisms, you know, rainbow? Why does water, you know, if you have a cup of water or a Ziploc bag of water, when the light shines through, why does that create a prism if water is clear or it's blue? I don't understand that. And, you know, just clear glass reflects as rainbow. So they're like, I can see that. And then when they're explaining the science behind it, we want to pick up on the science. So we're listening really intently, really focused, because it's really quick for Aquarius Mercury to pick up on science and math sometimes, but science is more interesting to us because it's like physical things and we see it all around us. So when we're listening, we might kind of like look up and to the right, or when we're talking about it, we're recalling that piece of information. We are recalling what we learned when someone told us this, or when we researched that about the sky, and we are recalling, okay, the step one, it is a rainbow. The step two, our eyes change it to blue. Step three, it's because of the light, and you can see examples of this in prisms, and we're like, we want to get all those 3 points across and not forget anything, so we're going to be like really focused and look up and look to the right. And especially when someone gives us a new perspective, or when someone asks us to like defend our point, we're going to like look to the side, and like kind of like when we're in deep thought, we're going to like look up, and we're like, just kind of like that. And I find it very attractive. I think it's really endearing when I find other Aquarius Mercuries or Aquarius Suns looking up, and like you can see their eyes traveling so fast. I don't know if I can do it on camera, but if I'm like thinking about, oh my gosh, what if the entire world, we were just like, what if we were humans experiencing the world as the universe, and none of us are really real, and all the pain we have in our life is just the universe experiencing like pollution. So I don't know if I did that with my eyes, but they're like move kind of fast, and because we're in deep thought and we're like thinking, because our mind is so like completely stimulated in that moment. And as an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you will have these moments all through your entire day, just da-da-da-da-da-da. So that was something I found very endearing about Aquarius Mercuries, Aquarius Suns, and how I see that with the combination of both of them. Another thing is Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you guys like to stand out. You guys like to stand out through your dress, not in a way where you want to like everyone to talk to you and look at you, because Aquarius is, a bit introverted. I feel like we are the humanitarians, but we need our space. We need our space to process all this knowledge so we can like filter through it and understand it and then share it with other people. That's one of our purposes. So with an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we are really, you know, stuck in this we're not, so we can be introverted sometimes, some of us. It just depends on how your chart is. So when we're so introverted, dang it, I lost my train of thought. As an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we like to stand out through our dress. So we don't like to stand out as in, okay, I want everyone to look at me. Yes, look at me, I'm amazing, come talk to me, come, let's speak. No, we want to express how we feel on the inside on the outside. So if you're an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, perhaps you're feeling like a big ass rainbow on the inside of your body, and you're like, how can I communicate and show this rainbow on the outside of my body? Well, I can get a rainbow choker. I could wear that since I'm a girl. Or if you're a guy, you could get like a rainbow bracelet. You could get like, you know, red, orange, yellow, and just wear it on that, or get some rings that are rainbow as a man. And I can also paint this as a rainbow, and then people are going to be like, wow, that's so different, that's so strange, like interesting. And sometimes we really don't feel like humans as Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. We feel like little aliens, and we want so badly to share that with people, because we're tired of people coming up and talking to us about politics, about drama, about, oh, what do you want to do with your life, how many kids are you going to have, like, have you had a college degree, all that basic stuff. We're like, we will tune in if we want to provide a solution for healthcare or for single women or to fix a problem. But we want to talk about things that are more futuristic, that are outside the box, that have to do with energy, science, you know, really cool different things. So we're like, okay, if I can communicate to people that I'm not a freaking human, which we are, but, you know, secretly we think we're aliens, we're like so ahead of our time, blah, blah, blah. We want to show that through our dress. So if you're a woman, you might like to express yourself through makeup. You might like to wear rainbow makeup. You might like to paint some stars on your face sometimes. I do that as Aquarius Sun Mercury. I have done my makeup where I did galaxy makeup, and I did like glitter all the way through. I've done like, y'all have seen where I've done the tears that are pink and blue. I have done black lipstick. I've done black eyeshadow. I've done colorful. I've done like, you know, the upside down cross and the pentagram. I've done like everything on my face because I want so badly people to see like, oh my god, like, she's alien, woo, or just so I can really see, really, like, the other people, that's cool, but I want to see myself as who I am on the inside, and in the mirror I want to be like, yeah, that's who I really am. I'm like, not like this is how I feel on the inside, and this is how I express myself on the outside. And you are very stylish if you have an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. You keep up with the trends. Sometimes you do like to wear, you know, what trends are in style. You'll try it out, but you really like to stand outside the box. Like, think of it as, you know, if pearls are in the trend right now, you'll wear some pearls, but you'll also wear a really weird necklace. Like, oh, I like rainbows, but this is a freaking bat, and I don't see anyone else who has this, and I think it's really gnarly, it's really weird, it's really strange, and it's a little flare. You're gonna wear that. I especially see this with Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury men. They'll wear like cute little glasses that are different, that are very different, like, and they'll wear it boldly, as will the women, very confidently, like, yes, this is in for me, so it's gonna be in for you, because you will see me how I see myself. And a lot of men, I've seen Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, they're very androgynous, I believe that's a word, where you're, you know, kind of like unisex, so they will wear things that are more feminine, and they'll turn it into masculine. Like, I've seen a lot of Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercuries pull off scarves, like, pull that shit off, wear that little, like, that earring with the angel wing, which can be basic, but some of them like that, or just something really weird and strange. You know, colorful scarves, earrings for the men. They can also wear, you know, shirts that are more feminine, but they look good on them. Like, they can, like, Harry Styles is a good example of this. He is, I believe, he's either an Aquarius Sun, Libra Moon, or he's a Libra Sun, Aquarius Mercury, but he does have Aquarius strongly in his chart, and you you can see that because he expresses the heck out of himself. He looks like a pirate, dude, and he'll wear those floral shirts that are like really ruffled, and it's for, like, usually women will wear those, and he pulls it off. Like, he wears it in confidence, and he's happy. You can see in his face that Harry Styles is genuinely happy how he dresses, and that's what we like to do as Aquarius Sun, Mercury. We don't really like wake up like, I have this I'm gonna wear today so I can stand out and be different. We're like, nah, I want to wear this because this makes me happy. It makes me happy to wear this dress and be a rainbow today. It'll make me happy to wear like a black, you know, tank top and wear chokers tomorrow with jeans. It's so different, but it's whatever looks different for us, and I find that they're very stylish. Men, they pull off the androgynous look and the more feminine look and wear it proudly. And women, they can be more tomboy sometimes with an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, because you are a masculine sign. And that's going to show if you're a woman. You're going to have more masculine energy. You're going to be known as a tomboy. You're going to dress sometimes, not all the time, because, like, look at me right now. But sometimes you're going to, you know, put your hair up. You're going to wear, like, just, like, comfortable clothes, like streetwear, if you're an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. And I've found that through my Aquarius friends. They have a girly side, and then they have a really tomboy side, but they look really attractive, really sexy. They pull it off so well, and they're not faking it. They're not like one of those girls like, oh, look at me, I'm a tomboy. No, they're like, they're in it. Those Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercuries, females that I know, they're out there skating, they're out there creating, they're out there hanging out with guys, they're like living their life. They are, in fact, one of the bros of the zodiac signs, I feel, because of that fixed masculine energy. It's really easy for them, and I found that too growing up. I did have a lot of male friends. I would go from group to group, but mostly, like 80% of the time, I would be friends with guys. 20% of the time, I would have a few girlfriends, and most of those girlfriends were they were like guys myself. Like, the friends I do have, they were making like really funny jokes, like just really like out there, really sexual jokes, or really like, not in a like a bad way, but like just just like, that's what she said, like silly jokes and acting out and burping, all that. Those were the type of girlfriends I had for the most part. So it was kind of like, yeah, growing up as an Aquarius Sun Mercury, I had a lot of guy friends and girls that kind of like acted like guys anyway, that were more tomboy, just because of that masculine air. So you will find that as an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. Now, I want to get to the best thing that I like about the sign, Aquarius Mercury, because I don't really find, there are a few videos on Aquarius Mercury, but not so much so specific, like the Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury together. So I'm going to just list off some of my favorite things about you guys. Sorry, there's like all these notifications on here. You guys get easily distracted sometimes, but I love that about you, because if you're easily distracted and you're kind of like taking in all these ideas at once, it makes you a very well-rounded person. It makes you someone who can talk about everything. I feel like Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we're really educated because we take the time out of our day, as in somebody else, if they are majoring in, you know, women's advocates or being a feminist, they will learn everything while they are in school, what the school is teaching them, if they're in college for it. But in Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, they are going to research the heck out of being a woman's advocate in their own time, and they go above and beyond, because their thirst for knowledge is never quenched with an Aquarius Sun Mercury. You want to know everything, and you're so curious, and you're so bright, and you're so, you know, inquisitive, and you want to know every odd and end, and you want to, you know, you also want to be fair, and you also know that you can look at things from a higher perspective. So you're like, okay, not only am I going to look at this article for Women's Advocate, but I'm also going to ask people in real life. I'm also going to look at documentaries. I'm also going to look from another source. I'm also going to watch videos. You will pull from information from every end. That way you can, you know, basically win in a debate, or you know it through and through. So Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you guys do a really good job of knowing that knowledge and going a step ahead other people when communicating that. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you guys are really fun. You guys attract a lot of fire signs, I feel, because we're the opposite. Fire signs is like fire, and then you add air to fire, and it can make a campfire. Whoosh, like, it comes to life. Like, the fire sign, imagine like you're friends with the Aries, or you're friends with the Sagittarius, and they're like, la 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 la, I want to be spontaneous, and they're loud, and they're rambunctious. Oh my god, I can't say it. You know what I'm saying. And they're really loud, and they're exciting, and they're like, they're out there, they're bold, and they want to like have more action and be spontaneous and a little bit, you know, impulsive sometimes. But you're air sign, and you're down with that. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we love adventure. So when we're with a fire sign, that Aries or that Sagittarius, and they're like, let's go, go, go. Aquarius is like, yeah, let's go. I want to go on an adventure. We're ruled by Uranus, so we want that radical change. We want that unexpected change. We want to rebel. We want to run away from our everyday lives, you know, and go have fun and go experience life and explore and observe and be around different people and see different cultures and see how people act and people are, and, you know, just discover new planes and new information. It really excites our mind. Like, ooh, if you can stimulate an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, you will do well if you're going after them romantically, or if you want to be their friend, because in Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, we do have a tendency to zone out when people are talking. If it's not engaging our mind, if they're not asking us questions and that they're just kind of like da 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 on this theory, we're going to zone out. Unless we were researching something to do with our astrology chart and they're talking about, you know, Lilith or your Mercury sign, then you're going to tune in. You're going to be like, "Ooh," your little antenna's going to go up. "Oh, I was researching that. I need this for my information. Let me listen to them and pull what I can learn for this person." But if they're talking about something that you've no interest in, then you're like, boo. But if you can find someone who is a friend or romantically and they stimulate their mind, they always ask you questions. They even ask you, "What do you know? What do you have to offer? What have you found from your research?" It makes us so happy. We're like, "Yes, let me shine. Let me show you what I've learned." And we really like to be heard. And we really like it when people pick up on our ideas and they go not pick it up like, "Oh, I'm going to listen to this because you're my friend and I want to support you." No, they actually are genuinely intrigued by it, because we can tell if you're bullshitting or not. And when someone's intrigued by it and they're like, "Oh my god, like that's so cool, the law of attraction, so you mean to say I could change my entire reality just based off my thoughts? Let me get in this. How do I do that?" And you'll give them an example and then they'll text you later. They're like, "Oh, I tried what you said and then it really worked." Then it makes us really incredibly happy. But we don't want to ever force information on anyone. It just makes us happy when people are listening and they're changing their lives for the better, because we're the humanitarian. So Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, y'all have that really going for you. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. Maybe you might be a little dyslexic, because I know I have that. I don't know if that's just like based off my chart, but I do know that Steve Jobs, I believe he had dyslexia, but I know for certain that the guy who created IKEA, you know IKEA, the furniture store? So the guy who created IKEA, he was originally dyslexic, and he created IKEA, the instruction manual, with 3 different types of instructions based on words and then based on just putting it together with the objects, because he knew people with dyslexia having that together, that it's difficult for them to read all the stuff at once and they get really overwhelmed or headaches. But when they see the objects, they can put it all together when they see it physically. They're like, "Oh, I just do this," and they ignore the instructions and they go straight to the pictures. So that's really something interesting I found, and I have that myself. So I learn more visually. I learn through videos. That's why I love YouTube, because I learn so much information just by seeing it visually, and then also looking at objects and picking it up and figuring it out myself. So let me know if you have dyslexia too, and do know that a lot of people have that and they're really amazing. You can look up celebrities and it's just like change your learning style. We all have learning styles. Don't try to do what other people are doing. Don't try to like learn through words or, you know, learn through books or whatever. Listen to podcasts, dude. Listen to audiobooks, like watch videos, and it's about how you pick up the information. It's about the end goal. It's not about I should do this because everyone else is doing that. You know, and if you're watching this video during this time, it is Aquarius season. So Aquarius season, you're going to get a little boost if you're an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, or have it anywhere in your chart, because the sun is moving in your first house. I believe it already did, January 19th, but on February 1st, here's a little tidbit of information. On February 1st, Aquarius is moving in Venus, so you're going to be getting a lot of love offers. You are going to have, your love life is going to start spicing up. People are going to see you for how you are and really appreciate all that you have to offer. You're going to stand out. All your best attributes are going to come. The sun is shining on you and Venus is shining on you, so it's giving you a blessing and love February 1st. So take that blessing, Aquarius. Ooh. So what else? Aquarius and Mercury, Aquarius Sun. I love how you guys can see both perspectives, but you are more set in stone than a Libra. Libras are wonderful and very diplomatic, and we need them. But as an Aquarius Sun, you will research, hey, I know that spirituality works. I have the proof to back it. Now, I'll listen to your side on another religion, and I'll listen to, you know, what you got going on. But I'm not going to be so easily swayed. And I love that about you, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, because you stick to your beliefs. You worked hard to understand your belief system and you stick to it, but you are open-minded, because some people, they can be too closed-minded, like, this is the way, it has to be, America, Trump, Christianity, it has to be this way, and I will not even listen to your side of you to your point. I'm so closed-minded in this, and I have attached my belief to my identity. Therefore, I won't listen to your point at all. I'm just going to shut you out and die, listening to this belief system. Aquarius, on the other hand, we are very strong in our belief, and we will not be easily swayed because we spend a lot of time on it and we're fixed. But we're open enough to hear your perspective. We are open enough to say, okay, well, what are they talking about? Let me try to get out of my mind for a second and look from their perspective. What was happening around them growing up? What was happening around them when it comes to history? Maybe their belief is set, is keeping them safe, or maybe their belief is right for them because they're creating love in the world and they're putting out good intentions. So you have that great innate ability to be open enough to listen to both perspectives, and sometimes that will help you to research something on your own, but you're not going to say it, you're still going to stay on your beliefs. But I also like how true and how strong you are to your beliefs, and you won't be swayed by other people. Even if someone says that's wrong, you're in the wrong, you're crazy, who do you think you are, you're still going to be like, all right, say what you want, all right, maybe I am crazy, okay, cool. You don't care because you spend a lot of time researching these beliefs, but you're open enough to expressing and hearing different sides, and that's a wonderful ability that you don't get enough credit for. So Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Mercury, you guys may be a little bit detached when it comes to emotions, and that's just because you are very fixed and you bear the emotions. So you're really good when it comes to advice. If you call an Aquarius Sun when it comes to if you need advice, and I just broke up with my boyfriend, I don't know what to do, and Aquarius Sun is gonna say, well, I know what you're gonna do, you're free now, go party, go, engage and go on a date with someone, or go get your nails done, or go, write that book you've always wanted to write, or go sing that song you've always wanted to do. You got all this free time. Didn't you want to start a business? Think of it like that. You don't have any dead weight. Think of it, and you're gonna take the emotions out of it, not so focused on, oh my god, oh, the love of your life, what will you do, you poor soul. We're gonna be like, oh no, you have freedom now. Think of it, we're gonna list out the pros of whatever's happening instead of focusing on the negative. We're like, well, the pro is you can go travel wherever you want to travel now. You don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to make arrangements with a partner. You can go enjoy life. You can go engage in talent. You're single now, so discover, go on dates, meet new people. It doesn't have to be about finding love, but go study people and go hang out with them. You could have new friends. You could go to new places. You can spend this time working on your career, or working on your self-worth or your self-discovery. Who am I? What do I want? Let me find out my great talents. So an Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury is really great when it comes to advice because they take their emotions out. Now when it comes to relationships, it can get a lot because we don't really show our emotional side that much unless we're really, really close with you and you've earned our trust and you've broken down our walls. And even then, we're still kind of I don't know. But I'll make a video on that later if y'all are interested, because I don't want to run it up too much. But Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury, I really appreciate how bubbly you guys are. I really love how optimistic you are, how you acquire all this information, and one of your purposes that drives you is to show this information to others. You're a great teacher. You're a wonderful listener. You're very non-judgmental. I love that you're non-judgmental. Oh, I forgot to talk about this, but you're so non-judgmental. Someone could literally said I just got done with a threesome, and you're gonna be like, so how was it? I've always wondered about that. And someone could say, I just dropped out of college, and I'm gonna go travel to Peru, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, that sounds exciting. You don't judge others because you know the bigger picture, and you see outside of society, and you're very radical, rebellious, innovative, so you don't allow society to put that judgment on you unless someone's closed-minded and ignorant. Then you will judge them because you're like, that's not cool. How can you be like that? What the heck? You have a mind, you have a brain, use it. So you guys are non-judgmental, very intelligent, bright. You might be dyslexic, but you express yourself through dress, makeup, more tomboy if you're a girl, more into wearing the feminine stuff as a guy because you like to break society norms and just shock people through your appearance. You're very proud of your knowledge. You kind of look up to the right when you're talking, and it's very cute, it's very endearing, and I really love that about you, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Mercury. So if you enjoyed this series, let me know. I can make more series on Mercury signs, and I want to just explore everything in my chart and show this information to you, because the more I explore and understand myself, the easier it is for me to communicate that and then understand you. So if you like this, let me know. I am also coming out with, okay, well, first, if you like astrology and you want to know more about yourself, I do offer birth chart readings in my Etsy shop, RachelRileysTarot on Etsy.com, and I can read, your entire birth chart, or I can tell you about your Mercury sign, about your sun sign, about, your purpose in life, your career, how are you going to find love, what kind of karma do you have, what's your purpose here through your rising sign, and all the prices are on my Etsy shop. But if you're really interested in astrology and you're like, you know what, I want to learn more about astrology, I'm ready to take my skills up to the next level to become an astrologist, or learn it professionally, I am coming out with a course in which I will teach you astrology. Now, this course will not be linked in this video, but the next video I will put it in the description box. I'm actually going to be your teacher because it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and if you resonate with my energy and you really vibe with it and you're like, you know what, I want to learn about this, and you want to learn in a way that is not in a college setting, but this information is going to be applicable and it's going to be well taught, and it's going to be, each course you're going to be learning it and it's going to be visually learning just like a video, then let me know and I'm going to link that astrology course. I'm coming out soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye!